we have the pleasure today, because we're still at the MOBE 2019 Symposium, to be speaking with Winfield Marx, who is from the company of Prudential. You just have Prudential in there, but I'm not exactly sure what you do for them. What do you do?
I am actually one of the financial advisors, financial professionals. Prudential always wants us to be around when they're having conferences like this, so that when members who are attending, the attendees, they may have financial questions or concerns. They want us as advisors to be available to be a financial resource for them. Prudential have done a lot of programs where they actually will go into communities, have conferences, and talk about financial wellness. And so they want us to be on board, to be present, so that as attendees are attending these various conferences, they have questions that are specific and maybe more specific to that particular attendee's need. They want us to be available to be able to answer them.
Now, I'm not ashamed of my ignorance with this following question.
Go right ahead.
Do they do health insurance?
Prudential?
What is the commercial I always see about Prudential? Because I don't think it's been about financial.
Well, that's one of the secrets of Prudential, is they have a variety of services. So they just don't want to hone in on a specific product or service. They're talking about financial wellness. That's going to include your health. That's going to include your financial well-being, because your financial well-being can contribute to your mental health or your health well-being as well.
Very interesting.
They have a variety of services.
I can respect that approach. That's been well researched for them to come at it from that perspective.
Yeah, because it's almost like being holistic. They want to be able to address all of your needs, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental, whether it's health, or whether it's financial.
Now, Prudential was very instrumental in making this conference available and to happen. As a minority who works with this particular organization, how do you feel about their engagement with organizations such as this? Is it something that you're able to comment on, or is it something that you can share an opinion with?
I am so impressed with Prudential. One of the reasons, and I've been with Prudential for 4 years as a financial advisor, one of the reasons that I came to this company was because of their focus on diversity and inclusion. They not only talk the talk, but they walk the walk. That meant so much to me. And then to see their commitment to the community that looks like me on so many different levels, and they're doing it from the executive management on downward, that has totally floored me. There is a little bit of history. I grew up in Newark.
Okay.
And I saw the Prudential Rock building, the plaza, when I grew up as a child, next to McCrory, next to Two Guys, next to Haynes. But as a child, I didn't know anything about life insurance.
Right.
So I would always walk by the building with my mother and my 5 sisters as we did shopping. 4 years ago, they had the black female astronaut, Sue Mae Jemison, here doing a presentation. 4 years ago was the first time that I ever walked into the Rock building. I thought that was amazing. I said, that's a complete circle for me.
Yes.
And I was just blown away. And then as I get to learn more and more about their commitment, and I see what they're doing, not only talking it, but actually doing it, it has made me even more passionate about the company.
Wonderful. Now, based on what you do for the company, because we're always about teaching, what is the skill set? What did you go to school for? Where did you go, and what did you go for?
I am a graduate of Rutgers University out of New Brunswick, 1983. Yeah. I was an art history major, not a financial major, and I wanted skills. One of the things that was told to me, even though President Barack Obama made a joke about going to college and having an art history major, is it helped you to hone different skills.
Right.
And I've been able to take that skill and apply it to the financial community in so many different levels. My ability to listen, which is a very, very important tool in all facets of life, but really in this industry, you have to be a great listener. You have to be able to think of solutions, those solutions based on your listening, and then to be able to communicate. But my greatest skill that was told to me was my ability to create trust in people immediately.
Very
That's
important.
something that sometimes is God-given or innate, which I always give credit to my mother, who's an
Yes.
old Southern woman who would go to church, and in church, you can meet a person for the first time, and the first thing they do is they give you a hug and say welcome.
Yes.
So I think I earned that and learned that from her.
Yes. Now, if you because you work within the financial consultant aspect,
Yeah.
before anybody is ready to really start planning what they do for life, can you tell me what they should have on the table in order for you to help them pack their lunch?
They should know what their goals are. That's most important. Have a time frame. Those things are important. I need to know where you want to go. And from that, I can help you to start to create a plan. Because then I'm just going to ask for certain things. But what's most important is just knowing what your goals are. What is it that you want to do? What kind of time frame? I can help you establish the realism around it. Sometimes it may be painful, but at least you would have a real good understanding of what it's going to take.
Now, yeah, this could be even considered a personal question. How much money do you need in the bank in order to even begin thinking about approaching financial advisement?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
What do you consider not a lot?
Not a lot is
Give
if
me
you're.
a range.
Here's the reason why I answer it that way. Because let's say you start talking about investments, mutual funds. You can start investing on a monthly basis. Okay, $100. Okay, so it just is depending on what kind of program that one wants to start. People have this preconceived ideal that you need to have $60,000, $100,000, $150,000 to work with an advisor. What's most important to advisors is let's look at what you're trying to do. So, for example, you are a person who works for a company that has a retirement plan, a pension plan, a 401k. Well, my role as a financial advisor is to help you, the dollars that are being taken out of your paycheck to go into that 401k, let's maximize those dollars. Okay? You may not have a 401k plan, so you need to start a retirement plan for yourself.
Yes.
So let's look at a program that's $100 a month to get you started. Or you may need life insurance because you need to cover that mortgage at your home. If you die or your spouse dies and you have kids, they need to keep that roof over their head and they need to have a bed to sleep in. So I need to take a look at that need. I need to take a look at what if you get injured? What kind of coverage do you have that's going to still bring income so we can keep the lights on in the house? So it's just looking at all those different aspects.
I guess one of these things, and this kind of hits me like right here, it's that they say that the African American community is the least likely to provide some form of legacy in regards to monetary legacy or material legacy to their families. What is your opinion of that? Is it opinion or is it close to being fact? And what can we do?
That's one of the things that I and my colleagues are working on, is to change that thought process so that folks in the African American, in the black household, can start creating that legacy that goes beyond one generation to two generations to three generations. Yeah, that has always been a need in the past, but it starts with education. It starts with showing them how to go about doing it. And that's where a skill set like mine comes in. I have the information. That's what was taught to me. So now I can deliver it to people that look like me to create that legacy.
Okay, so I would like to get your contact information, if I may.
Absolutely. Winfield Marx. I can be reached at, my office number is 732-645-4729. I work out of the East Brunswick, Greater New Jersey Financial Group. We're located on exit 9 of the New Jersey Turnpike.
Now, I want you to repeat that number for me one more time.
732-645-4729.
Winfield Marx of Prudential. I'm so appreciative for your time. So very appreciative for your time. Thank you so much. And please look forward to future contact.
Oh, thank you for making my day.
Much love and blessings.
Oh.